Hey everyone, Rebecca Williams here, RW Realty. If you're thinking about purchasing a home in the eastern Wake County area, one of the communities you're going to hear about often is Wendell Falls. But a lot of buyers are asking similar question. Is Wendell Falls actually worth the price if you're comparing it to nearby areas like Knightdale, Zebulon, Clayton, or other areas of Wendell itself? In many cases, you can buy a similar size home nearby for less money. So today I want to talk a little bit about some of the other differences, not just the home prices, but lifestyle, growth, long-term value. And then you can kind of decide for yourself what area you should focus on that's going to make the most sense for your family. So why does Wendell get so much attention? It really helps to understand just how fast we really are growing here. Since 2020, our town has experienced extremely rapid population growth, doubling in size. Large master plan communities like a Wendell Falls are a big reason for that. But we also have other communities that have been approved and are coming in. Some have less homes on larger lots. And then we also have ones like Ponder, which is a 480-acre development recently approved that's going to have 1,900 homes and will sit right in that Wendell-Zebulon border. These types of developments are going to definitely attract buyers because they combine housing amenities, lifestyle features, all of that in one place, but that also is going to influence pricing. So let's look at a few of those numbers. The average home value in all of Wendell is around $364,000. The median sales price is around $369,000, and that's going to vary a little bit month to month. Typically, homes are going from active to pending in 30 to 60 days. So for comparison, the Wake County median price is around $450,000, which means Wendell's still sitting a significant value below the county's average. That affordability is one of the reasons that buyers are going to continue moving out towards that eastern corridor a little bit. So why does Wendell Falls command higher prices than other areas, even within Wendell? There's a few reasons for that. First is that this is a true master planned community. So from design through the beginning of construction through now 10 years later, Wendell Falls was designed from the beginning as a lifestyle community. They focus a lot on the features that they have. So they have lots of parks and trails. They have community pools and a clubhouse. They have retail and dining options within the development. More recently, they even have grocery store and medical facilities, all within a walkable layout. Communities designed like this are going to typically carry a pricing premium. Second, we're dealing with newer housing stock. So most of the homes were built within the past decade. Since 2020, more than 12,000 homes have sold in the community, and prices have climbed significantly during that time. Newer construction, modern floor plans, updated features, those are all going to push the values higher. And third, we do have that demand from the Raleigh buyers. Wendell Falls only sits 25 minutes from downtown. This makes it very attractive for those people who want that suburban lifestyle, but don't want a long commute into the city if they have to go into work. That demand is naturally going to influence pricing. So how do some of the nearby towns compare? Let's look at a few of them. So Knightdale. Knightdale is closer to Raleigh. It's often going to appeal to buyers who want that shorter commute. On the positive side, you have the shorter commute, you have established neighborhoods with mature landscaping, and you do have growing retail and amenities within the town itself. On the downside, you have a lot less new construction compared with Wendell Falls or the greater Wendell area. You're also going to have pricing that's closer to Raleigh levels in Knightdale than you do if you move out towards the east. So if we continue on east, we end up in Zebulon. And Zebulon tends to be a little more affordable and has a little quieter surroundings. On the positive side, you do get a little lower pricing in many of the neighborhoods. You're going to get a more rural feel and have less congestion. But on the downside, that lower congestion is because you have fewer amenities in the area or in those master plan communities. You're going to have a longer drive into Raleigh as well from Zebulon. However, they do have pretty good highway access, so it's not that much different than if you're in Wendell. Clayton sits primarily in Johnston County, just outside the Wake County line. And it's a much larger town with a very broad mix of housing options. They have new neighborhoods, old neighborhoods, starter homes, custom homes. They have growing retail and commercial development, strong school options. On the downside, you are going to have a longer commute into Raleigh, and because Clayton has seen quite a bit of rapid growth, there are some traffic issues in some areas at certain times of the day. So let's talk a little bit about just general market trends that affect all of these areas. That is an important factor when deciding where you want to move. So inventory across the region has been rising. However, the days on market has been increasing as well. Prices are stabilizing after a few years of pretty rapid price growth. Across Wake County, the median home price, as I mentioned earlier, is about $450,000. And homes are taking a little bit longer to sell. More inventory, though, means that buyers now have more negotiating power than they did a few years ago. So you have to take that into consideration. So when does buying in a place like a Wendell Falls, a master planned community, when does that make sense? In my experience, helping many buyers in Eastern Wake County and Johnston County, that community is going to match with the people who want that strong sense of community. They want the walkability to the amenities. They want newer homes with more modern layouts. And they want long-term neighborhood planning that's going to help maintain their values of their properties. So if those things matter to you and the price premium can make sense, then go for it. But if your priority is square footage for the price, a quieter setting, having other nearby towns to choose from might be something you should consider. Eastern Wake County is changing very quickly, and with rapid population growth and thousands of homes under construction, towns like Wendell, Knightdale, Zebulon, Clayton, they're all evolving. And the key isn't just choosing a house, it's choosing the right community for how you actually live or want to live. So if you're trying to choose which community is best for you and you want a little more insight into different neighborhoods within those towns or different commute times, reach out, give us a call, 919-330-6833. Bye.